Well, it's been a while since we've done one of these shop update kind of videos or vlog style videos where we just talk about what's going on in the shop and where I think I'm going in the next 3, 4, 6 weeks, something like that. So I thought I'd take a minute today and do a little update, and I thought it would be a good time to answer a few questions from some of the more recent videos. I'm John Switzer. Welcome back to Black Bear Forge. The last time we did one of these little videos, I mentioned that I was going to back off on making videos a little bit and try to concentrate a little bit more on customer orders because YouTube revenue from doing videos was down and customer orders were actually going up. Well, customer orders are now going down and YouTube video revenue is who knows what it's doing. It seems to be really wild these days, but in any case, like anything else that you might do to earn a living, things fluctuate, things go up and down, and you have to adapt to what's happening at the moment. Now, what I think I'm seeing as far as customer orders is something I see pretty much every year, but usually it's the end of March and into April, which is tax season here in the U.S., and now tax season has been moved forward for this year till July 15th, which as I make this video was just yesterday. So I think the slowdown I'm seeing is people that suddenly realize they got to pay taxes this year and they're saving their money, or they're waiting for a tax refund so they have some discretionary income. So right now, my sales that were really booming a little over a month ago have really fallen off, and they aren't that hard to keep up with. There's still sales coming in, so that's a good thing, but it's kind of back to what it used to be. So hopefully that means a little bit of an increase back to the video production. I'm really not going to try and go back to 12 or 16 videos a month, but maybe we can settle down at 2 a week for a while, unless the customer orders pick back up, and then we'll see what happens. But anyways, that's just some thoughts on that, and if you're starting to see a few more videos, that's why. We just did a product review on the Drill Doctor, and there were some people that had commented they really wish they could have seen a close-up shot of the before and after of the drill bit. So I found another drill bit this morning that needed sharpening, and here's a before shot of that drill bit that had somewhere between a 118 degree point and a 135 degree point. So this is clearly one that had been sharpened by hand and was just kind of close. And that works as long as you're between those two angles. You're probably going to be able to drill as long as the bit is sharp. But I went ahead and put this bit into the Drill Doctor, set it for 135 degree point, which is a little bit flatter. And I went ahead and ground it, and I started putting a split point on it. This one never had a split point, so it takes a fair amount of work to establish that the first time. So I didn't completely finish doing the split point. I may go back and finish that later. So here then is a shot of what the bit looks like after grinding it. And you can see that it has nice, clean, even bevels. If you look real close, you might see a little bit that hasn't been ground because of the funny angle that it had starting. But that will be ground off in subsequent sharpenings, and it is away from the cutting edge, so it's really not going to hurt anything. It's just a little spot on the drill that shows somebody was sharpening by hand and had that little bit of a wobble that we sometimes get sharpening by hand. So for those that were hoping for a close-up shot, I hope that was a good shot. I don't have a macro lens, so I can't get a super close-up shot. Maybe one of these days I'll invest in a macro lens just so you guys can have those close-ups you like so much. The other video that I wanted to talk about a little bit was the one I did last Sunday. That was kind of a virtual visit to a blacksmith shop for people that are homeschooling, doing day camp from home instead of going out in person and doing their summer day camps, or the kids that are still going to be learning from home when school season starts up again this year. In that video, I invited the people who are watching to ask questions, and I told you I'd get back with those answers, and I had completely forgotten that because of U.S. federal law regarding children's content, that comments had to be turned off on that. That's to protect children from online predators that might use those comment sections inappropriately. Completely forgot that I couldn't do that in a video of that nature. So it's a little bit confusing. If you're looking for the comments and wondering why the comments were turned off, it was simply inevitable, and there was no way for me to have comments turned on without lying about whether it was made for children or not. I'm not going to do that. So if a video is made specifically for a children's audience, there are no comments allowed. You can't have the end screens at the end of the video that leads them on to another video of yours or any of that kind of stuff. And I'll have to figure out some other way to answer questions for the people that really had questions about that. Although a lot of you have found other videos and you've asked questions in those videos, and that works too, so it's really not a big deal. Now, as far as the live streams go, still hoping to do that, but I'm not killing myself trying to get ready for a live stream. If I only have time to do one video, it's going to be this kind of a video, and the live streams I'm going to try and fit in. Still going to try and work on that. I've really invested a fair amount of effort trying to get set up for that, and I hate giving up yet. So keep your eyes open, because it should become a reality for all you folks out there that like that live stream format. Now, some of the more observant people in the audience may have noticed that there's been a little change behind me back here on this wall, that I moved some stuff, kind of cleaned this up, made it a little neater. And that really is just to provide a little bit better presence here on the video, a little less cluttered, a little less distracting. What do you think? Do you like that? There's still some stuff on this wall over here. I've got my Milwaukee drill charger and some drills there and some cables plugged in that are a little bit distracting, but I do try to keep the shot cropped in a little bit so you don't have to see that all the time. And hopefully that just makes videos a little bit more watchable and not as cluttered. Along with that, I'm trying to move a few things around other places in the shop so there's just less distracting clutter around. Not completely realistic for a blacksmith shop, because blacksmith shops tend to become cluttered if you're making a lot of tools, if you make a lot of punches and chisels and things like that. That stuff piles up, and after a while you don't really have any place to put it. So a little clutter is pretty normal in a shop. We're under the flight path for a military training area, so if you hear jets, we have military jets flying around us today. They usually have spotters somewhere in the valley. You can see people in strange black Suburbans with radios talking to somebody, and those are the guys talking to the military aircraft. It can be a little distracting on the videos, but they don't do it every day. Anyways, I hope you guys like some of these little changes that I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to improve the quality of the video. I'm trying to improve the information that I put out. And I have mixed feelings about this style of video. You can probably get by just fine without ever seeing a video like this, and I'm never going to make a video like this instead of making a blacksmithing video. But if I have a half hour before I get to work in the morning or after I'm through working in the afternoon, do you like this style of video? Do you like staying informed on what's going on in the shop, or could you care less? If people really don't like this style of video, there's really no reason to do it. I do it because personally I like to stay informed with what my favorite creators are doing, and if they're making changes in the way they do things, it's kind of nice to have a little heads up so when you see that video that's suddenly a little bit different, you know what's going on. But really, that's all I've got for today. I just thought I would touch base with you. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, I would love it if you hit that subscribe button. Ring that bell next to the subscribe button, and you'll be notified when I make new videos so that you don't miss any of the content here at Black Bear Forge. Feel free to stick around, watch a few of my other videos. Share the videos with your friends if you'd like. But then by all means, make time in your day to get out to your shop. Make something, but stay safe. Wear your safety glasses, and we'll see you for the next one.